We're gonna need to speak to any of these people as we go in. No.
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
Look at that. That's cool. This?
Let me know when you need a distraction. How are you still upright over there?
It's gonna let it happen. I deserve this. Loot loss gets me again. Panicking there for a second, thought I could still hear combat music.
These automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
There's a few people to speak to here. Alright, let's just go around and speak to them all.
What in the name of the architect? Oh, right. My guards told me to expect a new arrival, right before our chief mechanist decided to harangue me with the latest in our catastrophe.
Marshal, you're acting as though I'm not standing here auguring the impending doom of this facility.
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless jawing, but not today. Perhaps this outsider can assist where you've failed. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to manage it.
Already dislike him. I think it depends on what you need.
See, Woodrow? Why, at this rate, we'll have the facility up and running in little to no time.
That's what scares me, Marshal.
Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals. Though we may not last long if we fail to repair the uranium leak.
What can I do to make it worse?
I believe you meant to say better, didn't you?
Oh.
The Vox relay station needs our automechs. But until that leak is fixed, this facility is a target for the sport of Anti's armaments. Delphinia Bryant is working on a prototype Zeranium shield. Whoever uses it will be less disposable and more useful to the Protectorate.
I'll work with
What did I
Delphinia.
tell you, Woodrow? The situation's well in hand.
Marshal, those automechs have been corrupted with uranium. I can't even cogitate on what they're capable of if we lack the time or resources to approach this rationally. Should they go berserk, we may well be turning the very subject you intend to resupply into their victims. We'd be branded as traitors.
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier Montelli why his defenses are grounded. And you can do so personally, in the comfort of his office.
Montelli? I rescind my objection. May the delicate workings of the paradigm point us toward a better way.
There's a good fellow. Cleave to your loyalty, and it will never steer you wrong.
An energy shield sounds great. Before I do this, though, I want to try to maybe clear up a few bits, because what I'm becoming very conscious of is that I'm kind of picking up lots of quests as I go along, and I'm not really getting any of them finished. So I think I'm quickly going to go back to... I'm going to go back to Fairfield. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to Fairfield, and I'm going to do a couple things there, because I remember there was a whole thing about there's drones that have kind of gone crazy. Can we help with that? And I think I've done that, but I never went back to see like what's the hand in for it or anything like that. Just want to speak to the two leaders here as well. I think I got the key card that one of them wanted.
Cole's gonna take my spleen.
Look up your own bounty. So no outstanding bounty. Look bounties. Drone swarm. Protectorate has dispatched this swarm of anti-corporatist drones against Fairfield. A drone cannot be reasoned with or persuaded by superior marketing and therefore must be destroyed. The drones last seen in the hills were in the Ministry of Accuracy. A bounty of bits and positive reinforcement will be awarded to whoever brings it down. I think, yeah, we've done that, so we can turn in that bounty. So what does it give us? Capital job, Bounty Hunter. No longer will the drone swarm haunt the borders of Fairfield, nor plague the hollowed halls of the Ministry of Accuracy. Requires bit transfer? That is.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm out here?
So we got another level up. So if you're new to the videos, you'll notice that from if you've been seeing other people play, I have 3 skill points when I've leveled up here rather than 2. I took a flaw. I think I don't know whether they'll be showing summary maybe? This one? Yeah, so I took this one, which basically means that every time I level up, I get 3 skill points instead of 2. And the reason why I took that was because I also picked this up when I was making the character. Which meant that 5 of my skills got locked down. I can't level them up anyway. So I figured this would be a really good way to get like a lot more things leveled. The only problem with this is I can't level anything up past the level that I am. And I think what's actually letting me... Interesting. Why does it let me do that? Oh, because... Yeah, so again, this is probably important to note. You can only add skill points to your lowest non-zero skill. So even though here I've got multiple skills which are on 0, I actually... As long as I don't ever make them not 0, then the points that I spend will always be mixed between lockpick, engineering, hack, and observation, which puts me in a really good place to like continuously level them up. So I think for this I'm going to go lockpick, observation, and hack.
Has nothing to do with my current and very temporary shortage of funds.
So we were in here. We have this double jump as well. So there's another part of me which is kind of like thinking we should be probably exploring rooftops and things like that a little bit more. Probably like hidden items and things like that around the place.
Minister, I'm telling you I can do more.
Oh, hey,
I've been proving myself to you time and again, haven't I? All I'm asking is a mite of trust. Let me fix my arm and I'll...
Calm down. You know the risks you enhanced troopers present. My utilizing you at all was a kindness on your behalf.
I'll calm down when you stop braying your little excuses. How about that?
My, such aggression. We scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies,
Ain't so sure you want to work for this imbecile, friend. There's more menial jobs where that came from.
Do try to understand my perspective. You were so lethargic returning, I had you pre-marked as a casualty. Do you know how many forms I've had to fill out on your behalf?
Now hold on. I went into enemy territory crawling with dangerous creatures for you alone to get some dusty report. And you got the audacity to complain about paperwork? If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
I do want her to join me, but I don't think this is going to work. So let's go Minister Let NS fix your graft. Then you won't doubt your efficacy ever again.
You mean grant preferential treatment to a subpar contractor? And I suppose the bits for such a procedure shall simply manifest from the ether?
And if I die or leave, How do you reckon failure to retain an enhanced soldier would look to upper management, huh?
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's hand to guide her if she were unemployed? I should think death a preferable alternative.
That's it. I'd rather be a down and outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
Stick into the rouseabout options. Never quit a contract without reading another. Then again, I did that all the time.
Are you mad? Has everyone around me gone mad? This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract shirker back into our fold.
So you say. But Auntie's choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. You'll regret counting me out. Till then, I hope you choke on your mock apple martinis. And you, I got a proposition for you. Come find me when you're done with this clown.
She will most assuredly regret her decision. Most assuredly. But I suppose that is no longer my concern. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. I can tell you are a person of action, and I need the aid of such a person in Westport. Perhaps you may be willing to work with me? Though, of course, I would care to hear what you wish of Paradise Island first. Best to help another while helping oneself.
I already had this conversation. I need to get into the Fox Freedom.
Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Hardly a place for a stroll.
Sure,
but if you assist me, I promise to get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed. Though I should warn you that if you choose to do so, Commander Kuar shall not be pleased and will likely refuse to work with you herself.
I'm just going to say I don't think so.
Yes, of course. Do return if you're interested.
His plan before was... What he wants me to do is basically go to... He wants me to go and unlock the secrets of the mental refreshment and then give it to him so he can use it to recruit more people. Need to get the skill for pickpocket. Bet these people have loads of cool stuff. A Kuar.
I know I may seem awash in warm, welcoming sentiment, but I have a war to win. You ain't aiding me. You're...
Alright, very quickly. What is it they want me to do? Where is it? So confused. Which mission is part of this? Does it only have his quest?
What is it? Loose your words. Let me spin you a yarn. One of my elite regiments ceased replying to hails several weeks ago. Hardy bunch. Fought all across the system. Yesterday, the Protectorate launched the regiment commander's upper torso into one of our encampments, which makes 2 1/3 complete corpses of a 6-person unit. Mocking us. Calculating bastards, the Protectorate. Would admire their efficacy if it weren't taking so many of my best and brightest. Once the fighting reignites in full, they'll pay dearly.
Well, the Protectorate seem wed to their shock and awe.
Aye. That they do. Dense morale something fierce. Seems Milver Street is good for something after all. I can almost respect the Protectorate's efficiency, though doing so would be easier while standing on the backs of their capitulating leaders.
Yeah, what's your issue with Milford Street?
Man doesn't seem to understand there's an order to things. Convert your enemies after the war ends, not before. Try too early, you got saboteurs, spies, and the unruly. It's a poor use of our resources, inefficient at best. Actively detrimental to our work at worst. And if there's one thing I despise worse than our foes, it's the poor use of resources.
Let's just lock it in. We'll tell her we're going to help her. Maybe we don't immediately have to give the item, because I think the item was the key card to the
Get into that facility
to the
and
droids.
make certain it won't ever function again. I look forward to hearing your results.
Yeah, okay. Talk at her if I can. So how do I have to take them all? Take them all.
All done in there? Hope that little dust up back there didn't put you off. My contract had me caged, and I was glad to get a few licks in during the jailbreak. Got a proposition. Since I'm newly free-ranged, and you're free-ranged yourself, thinking we ought to team up. You're going places. I want to go too. If you help me fix my graph, and in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back into Auntie's Choice.
I accidentally pressed the button there. Help me fix my graph. You would see the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. Me. I definitely want her on my team. Yeah, you got a deal.
Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see what I'm capable of. Just gotta find out how to get there first. Doc Tinsley worked with graphs for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn fine scientist. Reckon we should visit her lab at the edge of town to see if she's got ideas for us.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mine the ship.
We have a mission with Niles here, so let's send Val back. Unfortunately, even though we just
After
upgraded her.
you.
Oh, you can see the sky mines up around the zone now. Oh, loot. See, that's it. There's bound to be loot up in these like higher up areas. So we've added those bits in. Kinsley's lab, let's go see that. That should be... Sure, that was like really close by.
Yeah.
Hello again. Was there something you... Oh, Inez! You look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated trip teas. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's Choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you.
Yeah, it's just here to fix the graphs and you can help.
Ah, that is not common knowledge in this town. But since Inez appears to trust you, I suppose I can do the same. Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scarily friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Oh, I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more.
You can see why she trusts you.
Despite your insinuation, there are plenty of good folk around here. But Perhaps not many with Doc's particular skill set.
I understand your reservation, but I do care deeply for all my patients. Inez has attested to it, and so can Copernicus here, when he is freshly fed. Where was I? Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with, though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who, unfortunately, went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble.
And
meaner and smarter, too.
And the second?
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
This isn't the matriarch the Protectorate have been talking about, is it?
This is hardly worth the effort of a response, dear, but I might remind you that Raptidons are not native to this land. Now listen close. When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours.
Mixing a graph with another graph, what could go wrong?
I can assure you my research is sound, and I am not at all like the last surgeon who performed on Inez. I take pride in my work. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Matriarch, Law guide you both out there.
Okay, so it's one or both. Does that mean that options, or is that like overall strength? Lab that shuttered. So Ormsby was, yeah, he wants the stuff that's miles away. I'm going to see this through. I'm going to, yeah. Let's see through. Let's see the let's fix up the max for Westport, whatever it's called, and then hopefully we can still do the quest for power. There's a whole lot of text on the screen at once. Speech bubbles are going to be so annoying. Alright, so we spoke to those two people. They told us about the person who's doing some research on like a new type of shield or something.
Ambient uranium levels are higher than average, but within acceptable ranges.
Is the vendor?
State your business. This unit was engineered to facilitate management of supply inventory at this installation.
Oh, this is surely exciting. Someone is finally trying out my automechanical quartermaster. Show them what you got, quartermech.
Command not understood.
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode. Best look into that later. Please, give it a try yourself.
Yeah, let's see what you have for sale.
All wares should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable.
That's in the alpha stage of this thing. Open vendor. Initiate commerce.
Is that one compute, big guy?
Affirmative. Initiating commerce is one of this unit's default commands. Initiating commerce.
What do they have? The Cyraniator? Combat rounds that are Cyranium infused. So they basically fire Cyranium rounds They deal dot damage. Can also fire longer in tactical time dilation. Guess what that means is yes of the TDD energy. Automechanicals take no damage, but instead become overcharged. 2 keys, 1700 each. Yep. Hover drone, 850. Yeah, we'll buy that too. Probably shouldn't be buying this many things. We don't know what we're going to need money, but we'll need the money for it. But my clock, 192. I think we really have that much that we can sell. We'll definitely sell the melee weapons. We're not going to need. Awesome.
See you soon, I hope.
Oh yeah, we didn't speak to her.
Welcome. Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces around here since supplies stopped
so she's
arriving.
meant to be the quartermaster, but she's got the robot doing it for her.
Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting
Says
quartermaster
intern, though,
around these
so,
parts.
yeah, acting.
You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here.
I'm looking for some parts to reprogram combat mechs.
You'd think that a fully stocked auto-mechanical repair center would have automech parts, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be spot on. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory.
Where was the quartermech working at the time?
You're not implying the quartermech is somehow responsible, are you? I'd hate for the big guy to get in trouble.
Yeah, let's just give some money.
Fair's fair. Better to pay now than
only
lose my
100.
favorite quartermech later. Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate
Oh,
the
that was
supplies
them.
are
They
present and
paid
accounted
us. I
for.
thought we were bribing
Standard
them.
Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises, Commander. Those parts are bound to turn up somewhere.
Are you acquainted with Delphinia? She's a scientist on loan from the Vox Relay, helping with the Zeranium leak and all.
Yeah, we've not met, but
Delphinia
should.
is not very nice. Or maybe she just doesn't like me personally. Anyway, she's very talented, and I'm glad she's helping out. And I'm never going within 10 feet of her again. Best of luck in your search. Let me know if I can be of assistance.
what have we got in here? Got a radio. We got bits. No, if I guess I can. I wasn't sure if I could take it without being seen. Sort of room where there'd definitely be something hidden. Guess not. That's where it'll come back and bite me in the future. I'll see like a short or something go by and there's like a billion bits in there. Legendary weapon. Box relay. An initialized keycard? Why would I need blank keycards? Suppose maybe like a terminal for us to create keycards in? There's a bunch of serenium down there. See. Actually standing guard.
Dictates. We cherish all we have and defend it.
So, don't.
Might be wise to get that large gas cloud a wide berth. Don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
Yeah, thanks, Niles. So yeah, there was nothing. Oh, I didn't even see a way into that room. Don't turn around. The evidence shows that the exposure to serenium gas causes near-permanent corruption in the targeting and behavioral subroutines of automechs. Even if we could access the repair hangar, we shouldn't be sending these automechs to the Vox Relay Station. I know you've your orders from Mantelli and that he wants results. What happens to us when the automechs turn on him? Ooh. There's almost like... This is like, foreshadowing that we can kind of do a whole load of stuff with the mechs to wipe them out, but then go, oh, it wasn't us, it was the serenium, and we can place the blame on him. Okay, so we got first message, place asking about the mechs. Just a little whining. And some more whining. When this damnable war is over, I humbly recommend that head machinist Woodrow Kontos be acknowledged and promoted as a steadfast member of the Directorate. We may not always see eye to eye, but he's a true asset to the paradigm, and I'm grateful to have him on our side. He would stop at nothing to guarantee victory. That's kind of cool. There was a couple messages there where he was just complaining about him, but then, you know, you obviously see some value in him.